I find myself rarely using this Apple Watch right here, and instead I end up wearing a normal watch like this one instead. And there's many reasons to this, however the main overall reason is that I found zero benefit overall to my life. I've found many people tell me different reasons as to why they're so good. Many people will tell me things like, obviously, your fitness tracking, which is the main reason why I use mine. And then as well as that, many other people will tell me things like how they don't use their phone as often because they get the notification, they quickly see what it's from, and then they move on with their day. However, for myself, I found myself not really using that feature that often. I don't really care about it. If I just didn't want to see my notifications that often, I would just simply turn my notifications off on my phone. So I'd love to know from you guys down below what you actually use your Apple Watch for, or Samsung Watch, or any other smartwatch of the sort. But I wanted to talk about this today as I only have two main categories of people, which I've discussed over on my Excel channel before, but it's new for this channel, which is this idea of who they're actually for. Who are smartwatches truly based for? Because I'd say there's only three types of genuine consumers that I could actually see this for, or maybe four actually. And I think the first one to go for is the tech enthusiast, which is, you know, the average person like me, like you, who wants to just bring tech into their life in any different fashion, past your phone. I think the end goal of these things is that they replace your phone, but that's just me. But yeah, outside of the tech enthusiast, I think also the other group of people are the ones who want to get into fitness, as a lot of people get an Apple Watch and they find themselves being motivated by the watch to get on and do their fitness overall and fitness tracking all around with their smartwatches. That's where I would say the majority of customers from my previous job experience have come in and bought a smartwatch for, is for that idea of fitness tracking more than it is about being more productive and so on. However, the other two categories I think are more obscure to a lot of people, which is the elderly and children. Now, those two are very broad sides of things, but the reason why I'm saying that is because I think elderly people can actually deal with these things a lot better, which is effectively just having something on your wrist that can help you if in need of an emergency of some sort. Great value for money in that regard, and also, to be honest, it's just something that they have to put on every day. It's not necessarily something that they're going to have to think about. Like, they aren't overly that hard to use in comparison to, let's say, their phone, where they've got tons of new features all the time. Their smartwatch, their Apple Watch, all they have to do is put it on charge, put it back on, and they don't really have to think about it outside of that. Once the person has initially been set up with it, then they're all good to keep going, and they don't really have to care about learning anything. And then with kids, for example, this is the other side that I'd say is more interesting as well for parents, which is it allows you to effectively track your kids, which may sound bad. However, I think that it's a good idea for parents anyway, which would basically mean that the kids can go out and feel like they've got the sense of freedom. They're feeling like they're exploring without being like told where they can go, what they can do. If you see it on Find My Devices that they're in the area that they said they weren't going to go to, you can always give them a quick call, be like, hey, why are you here? It's as simple as that. And obviously, or you just wait till they're back, just say something. But I think it gives another element to having a parental control that doesn't feel as controlling in a way. It effectively is masqueraded control. That's just an idea that I have in my mind for it. But yeah, I personally don't use mine that often. I've just tried getting back into using it more often. I only really use it for things like sleep tracking and fitness, like I mentioned. But outside of that, I don't really care to wear mine that often. I want to get a new strap so that I feel more obliged to use it and have something that's a bit better. I don't like the normal silicone ones like these. I just personally don't. I find them a bit irritating. All round, I just can't find a genuine reason to care about wearing them day to day. I don't think they look nice. I prefer the look of this watch or like one of my other watches. They just look overall better. I think my Fossil watch, which is really basic, I'll have a picture of it on screen now. It's literally just a black watch. Very minimal. It's like £100, whereas this is like £400 on release. Now you can get it on a good deal. Like, these things are actually really good value for money right now. But besides that, overall, I just don't really see a reason to use it. But I do think they are good tech and they are something to stay and will be a long-term good thing all around. Because I do overall believe that eventually down the line, these are going to replace our phones and become our main means to contact people, to talk to people, and it's all on your wrist instead of having to take out your pocket. Anyway, if this video was valuable to you, or if you found any entertainment from it, let me know down below. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and let me know what you want me to cover in the future. I've got plenty of other videos planned for this year. I upload weekly tech videos and or productivity related content. Normally it's tech though. And yeah, with that all being said, I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.